Okay, Aries. Whew. Um, I'm already getting stuff coming in for you guys. Excuse me. So I'm just gonna talk for a couple minutes here, and then we'll get started. I'm getting like Aries has been jiggling the dice in their hand for a long time, waiting for people to place their bets, and they're getting to the point now where it's like, y'all who don't got your bets on the table, too late. I'm rolling the dice. Like you're holding on by a thin thread and it's starting to cut into your fingers. And you're Aries. You're like, let's get this started. You're done with the 1 year. You're done with you. You're like, okay, I'm ready for the two. You're ready for this two energy. Excuse me. You're like, just you're on to the next thing. You're like, okay, I'm over myself. I'm over the energy of the one. Okay, 2017. So now we're coming into 2018. Breaks down to a two, reduces to two. That's builder. That's partnership. That's cooperation. That's extension, connection, balance. Coming together. Vibe attracting tribe, but more maybe on a more intimate scale, because the 1 year when everyone was doing the one, it was like we were isolated but then yet thrown into a jumble pot. It was like one extreme or the other, just like overwhelming, too many, or just like totally completely alone, like but of course Aries maintaining that fire, always like rumbling, okay, maybe a little bit more underneath the surface. We'll see what comes out in the cards, but as far as when that's really gonna take shape. And yeah, I just really got like, Aries, you're done with the one. You're done with the one energy. You're ready for meeting other people in particular, you know, because of the energy of the two. Meeting so maybe you have a mate, but you need a best friend. You need a guy friend or a girlfriend you can go just, or maybe you're just single and you like being single, whatever, but you want a child. Or, okay, so there's just this, you're just ready to have this other person in your life or back in your life, or however it plays out individually. But, yeah, because I'm just getting from a lot of Aries, the energy is like, okay, I've done everything to work on myself. I've done mental work, physical work, emotional work. I even did the self-care and nurturing, like getting your nails done or whatever, and guys, whatever they do, go get a nice shave or what, I don't know. Go get them feet done, boys. There's got to be a special place for men to go get their feet done, like people who've worked like in the medical field, wiping people's bums and stuff. So they don't have a problem doing men's feet. But anyway, no, I've known some men who have really nice feet, actually, and women. Anyway, we're not going down the feet, okay? That's not Aries, is it? What is Aries? Aries is the head, right? So let's see what takes shape for Aries. Okay, so I'm gonna turn the light on now. We got the little owl here. I did I think Pisces yesterday in my room, because the first couple readings I did, I wasn't sitting on a pillow in my kitchen and my butt bones got sore. So even though I used it by like the third reading or whatever it was, so I'm in my room right now in a little bit different position to take the pressure off my butt a little bit. So sorry for the details, but because I do like to have consistency, like through all the readings, when I do like all 12. But hey man, we're just doing what we gotta do. So, White Owl. Pure thoughts equal pure intentions equals manifestation, because it's protected by divine order. So, here's some garnets. 2 garnets, which is my birthstone too, January. On Capricorn. There's one with a little outie. Those are all natural facets. These are raw garnet. Natural facets, and you see the raw chunky part right there. Natural striations, if I can get it to shine. Beautiful, right? Oh. So, very much divine feminine energy, creative, well, you know, Aries is good at getting it started, but we're going to see some more follow through. Maybe what you needed was a little motivation of in a partner to reflect that. And we all do, you know. God loves partnerships. That's why he made everything the way it is, you know, masculine and feminine in the plants and everything, because he loves 2 things coming together to create that third energy. Right, the little baby bloop. So, that's for you, Aries. Beautiful you. Beautiful too. All right. So, excuse me, we're going to do... Oh, that was my hip. We're getting adjusted. It's early. So, we're going to do 1 card. Just go month by month, starting with January for 2018. And we'll see what comes out in the cards. So, all right, Aries. Let's get it started. Let me just turn it like this a little bit. See the shuffling. So, Aries likes to get stuff started, do stuff, be the leader of the pack. But they're not, but you would think, because it's Aries, big fire, but not in a forceful way. It's more like leading by suggestion and bringing up the idea, bringing up the, inspiring that. Okay, so inspiration. Aries is very inspiring. They get inspired, they inspire others to really, like, take action, you know. Get inspired and move around. So, yeah, you're like, okay, I'm not inspired with self anymore. I want to inspire someone else and have them inspire me. Maybe someone you can be creative with and play off of, like write something together, something. We'll see what comes out here. All right, Aries, January. Let's see what we got for you, kiddos. Ramses. Let's see what comes out in the cards for January. Janero, is that how you say it? Dinero? Money for Aries in January? Can we have a card for Aries for January, please? Now, this is all live, so it's, you know, Spirit calling on all the highest of benevolence who is willing to participate in sharing information that is truthful, is only truth, in whatever way it presents itself, for our greatest good, achieving higher and higher levels of ourselves through connection with our Creator. Okay, what did I say? Oh, there's the Four of Wands, Tower, the Devil. Yeah, so I think you're being called, and there's the Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so I was already feeling Pentacles for you. So that's coming in right in the beginning. What did I say? Oh yeah, dinero. That came in. I don't even know if that's right. I can't remember what I think it's in Spanish, Janeiro, January. But I could be wrong, but anyway, I got dinero from it, and look, there's the Knight of Pentacles. So it's more sure-footed than any other knight, but because it's in tune with the earth, right? So it goes in harmony with the earth, moves in stride with the earth. So, you know, this is that, the night energy is fire, like you, Aries, but, okay, like I said, you got to bring it down. You got to bring it down a little bit, ground it into the earth a little. That's why it's the Knight of Pentacles, okay? Got to slow the roll, slow the fire down a little bit, because this is the two energy partnership. So we don't want to make the same mistakes we made last time. You know, we don't want to be the Knight of Wands. We can be the Knight and have that fire, but balance it out. You got to balance it out with something else other than fire, and, you know, maybe not air either. So Knight of Cups or Knight of Pentacles would be good for you. And right off the bat, there, and you're very ready, and because you guys are like, I don't like to be rushed, Aries, and you guys are rushing me this morning to get your reading done. I can feel it. I can feel you, yo. Excuse me. So, see? Y'all need to just ground out a little bit. Because it's the year where the universe is providing this, but we're being asked to, right off the bat, people, if you're not like in line, like you did all the work for the 1 year to be right in line with yourself, like starting next month, January, it's like coming in immediately. So some people are already going to be right there in January. Like I got that from Pisces. But maybe because they're so sure, they had a couple spots where they have to, a little bump, little hump, little month where they need to get. So, or else they're being asked to release immediately first thing in January. And then, okay, so if you're not like in your wholeness, your balance, you're good, you did your work individually, discovering self, all this, reconnecting to source, okay, then you're good to go right in January, right off the bat. But then you might have a little bit more, okay. But if that didn't come in, see, it seems like you're good to go right off the bat. So maybe this month, hopefully y'all will see this this month. So, but anyway, for January, you'll be, so we'll see if it comes up like how it did for Pisces, where you might have a couple months where it's a little rocky. Because here's a Tower. That's been coming up for a lot of people. So that's source saying, hey, before we go into we're not dragging the old into the new. We're not like focusing on our pain, our past. Those storylines are collapsing. You know, when people ask you about someone you used to date, you know, like you talk to a friend you haven't talked to forever, and they're like, oh, I saw blah, 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 someone you guys knew in high school or whatever, and you're just like, I don't even know who you're talking about. Like, we're playing the amnesia game, okay, until we can drop these storylines. And Tower, like that, this energy is not going to be supported. Okay. This attachment to the old. And it's the time. It's perfect divine timing. So, yeah, Queen of Pentacles. So, out with the old, in with the new. It's not, it's not going to be supported. Everyone's going to have to be whole and complete in themselves and have done the work this year, the 1 year that the being, mastering the self, aligning with source, the singularity, solitude, all that. So now, if you want this partnership, if, we had to have done that work for 2017 to come into 2018 and have a good partnership. And I think everyone is going to be presented with that, but the ones who didn't do the work, it's not going to be solid, but we'll, I think most people, hopefully, whether they're aware of it or not energetically, we've done the work upgrading all that, processing things, even if they don't know that they're going through ascension or whatever you want to call it, it's just happening. Either you're raising your frequency and vibration to earth as she ascends, or you get nixed, if you know what I'm saying. 9 of Wands for February. So it's like the pressure's building. Let's see what March has. Okay, well, there's the Emperor and the Knight of Wands. See, I thought these look very similar, and 9 kind of sounds like Knight. So Knight of Wands was at the top when the 9 flipped out, and Emperor was on the bottom. And Emperor, that's you, Aries. So we're being asked to get outside our comfort zone a little bit, release the things that are old, that are toxic, that aren't a part of who we are from our star origins and everything. If it's just of this lifetime or just of a few years ago, those are all because it's self and source. In order to come into the new, we're not backsliding back into this old too much fire. Okay, for February. You feel like, I don't like having to ground down a bit, but we're being asked to grow, to learn, to raise to new levels. So get outside our comfort zone a little bit. So you're going to have to be the Knight of Pentacles. Okay? Remember, because 2 is about balance too. So you might want to revert back to the same imbalance, true, pure, raw 1, okay, energy of Aries, but now it's the 2 energy of Aries. So it's unifying the polarities, bringing it back to center. Okay, this is how we're aligning with source and self and others, and the pressure is going to be building a little bit because you're going to be like, I don't want to slow down, I don't like this, I'm not comfortable, but it's okay, just ride through it. And you will acclimate. We naturally do that because, okay, so Knight of Wands and then the Emperor was at the bottom. So Aries, that's you trying to come back in the old, or this, the singularity of you. Because a lot of us, we've enjoyed this time, solitude, alone, working on ourselves. Even though it's hard and stuff too, but even though we're ready for this stuff to come in, it's like we might get triggered back into the 1 energy of 2017 and go like, no, my space, my this, my that, my life, my choice, my. What we're saying, we now. Even if I say that, just talking about myself, I say we. Because it's all aspects of myself talking at once. Right? We're coming into alignment with ourselves. And now we're coming into alignment with... Okay, see? Now, that pressure that's building in February is going to cause you some mental pressure because you're not going to be able to release it anywhere. You're going to get blocked if you're trying to get out of balance and be too fiery, because you're being asked to be the Knight of Pentacles, not the Knight of Wands. So that pressure is going to build a little bit, and you're not going to have an outlet. The universe isn't supporting that. That's one energy. They're supporting the two energy. So you got to be balanced. Okay. Ask for help. Okay, this is Three of Pentacles. This is, you know, cooperation. Okay, so see the man and the woman. So he's being sturdy foundation while she climbs up over him and uses him as a bridge. And then she anchors and holds on, and he climbs up. It's just like, okay, this is cooperation. This is when one's weak, the other one's strong, and we help each other out. Balance, okay? Cooperation with the energy of the earth force as well. Three of Pentacles has come up a couple times. So, and look, there's the moon right there on the bottom. Moon, the womb, sacral chakra. So there's the moon. It was just a new moon last night too. It looked like that. Oh, and the Empress at the top. Okay, so very much feminine. You're being asked to be more watery, feminine. And water and earth, very much. Well, water can go up in the sky and rain, but you're asked to be more things that are down here on the ground. The water, okay, the earth. Not so much the air and the fire, okay, and especially air and fire together. So that pressure that's building with the Nine of Wands, you got the Nine of Swords right after, but then you have that pressure will release if you just cooperate with, or go get grounded, be more. Instead of doing and creating projects and stuff, maybe you're being asked more to just get down in the dirt. Like if you do want to start projects and, you know, maybe have it literally be stuff where you can get dirt under your fingernails. If you don't have fingernails, get dirt under, then grow them out a little bit. So it's not telling you, you're not being asked by universe, by source, by your higher self to do, to stop doing anything that's good, that's truly you and authentically you. Okay, but it's a higher level of you. It's not the pain body and all that stuff. We did all that work. We're ready for partnership. Okay, so maybe some projects, okay, that can really ground you into the earth, and you partnering up with whoever, a business, a person, okay, your family. I know we're going into winter in the northern hemisphere, but you know, depending on where you are, if you want to plant a little garden, you can plant a little indoor garden, a little kitchen herb garden with your family. So something simple, something just not overwhelming to where you have to tap into that fire and get all these ingredients and get all the building materials. No, just something simple that you can get going quickly to just anchor some of this fire into. Because then you're going to get trapped in your head if you don't have a release, and you're not going to have a fire release. You're going to be asked to express it more through an earthly, feminine, earth, water way. Okay? So that's for March. And then the moon and the Empress. Okay, so that's what I was saying. Like, and 3, Trinity, the feminine. Okay. So 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords, that's fire and air, and that's high pressure. To take the pressure off, like I said, get more into that feminine flow of the water and the earth, the Empress. You're going to have help from Source, because it's the moon and the Empress, and those are both major arcana. So, see, that's another thing with partnership, is the universe is really going to be supporting us. The angels, our team, our galactic, however, whatever you resonate with, however it works for you, whatever your individual path is, we're really going to feel the support, okay? And so it's like that give and receive, okay? This is what it's like you're going to be asking for help and you're going to receive it. So it's going to be like, oh, the universe is supporting us asking for help. Because in the 1 year, maybe when we're still playing back and forth with the victimhood that we're releasing and healing, we might have asked for help and we got rejected. Okay, now this year in the 2 energy, we're going to be asking for help and we're going to receive help, and then we're going to go, whoa, this process is working. And then that gives us faith in others to give back, and they get, okay, it's not about like I get because I give, but it's like you feel more willing to give because you're not going to be depleted. It's going to be reciprocated. This is a year of reciprocation. Okay, this is a very much, even though it's a 3 of Pentacles, it's very much reciprocation. Because there's the anchoring and the climbing and then the re-anchoring that forms a whole cycle, and then you do it again. So it's very much give and receive, and that feminine, the moon and the empress. Okay, so that's what the feminine is all about. And that's how we build, by giving and receiving. That's how we come together. And that's what creates balance. If it's give, 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 and no receive, or receive, 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 and no give, then that's out of balance, and we're not doing that. The 2 energy is not, it's not going to support that. It won't support that. That was 7 of Pentacles that just wanted to flip around. So it's like, yeah, it's not going to support it. We're at that level of maturity to where it's like the vine, fruit's getting heavy and ripe, right? The vine is not going to support you anymore. It's time to fly, birdie, fly. We're ripe, and we're ripe for the picking. And the thing is that we're going to get cut off from the things that we used to use to get by, to grow, no, because we're ripe. There's no more nutrients we can get from the vine. Okay, now it's time for us to go be that juicy fruit and then spread the seeds. Okay, and be a part of the cycle of life. And the processes, the natural, divine, earthly processes, spiritual processes. We're being a part of this now. We had to remove ourselves and then see the big picture, and now we're coming back down into the picture with that broad perspective, high insight. So let's see what we have. Okay, April. Another 9. 9 of Cups. So like all the things I was just talking about, like the giving and receiving, you're gonna see it, and then that's gonna give you faith to do that more, because you're gonna get help and receive, and then give, receive. You're gonna see how it works, and how balanced this flow is, and that's a lot of water. So we had 9 of Wands, 9 of Wands, yeah, and then 9 of Swords with that 3 of Pentacles for March. In February with that 9 of Wands. So by April, I think because you're gonna be tested, maybe stuck a little in your head about it, but then you're gonna have physical proof that it's working. So by April, you're really gonna feel the balance of that, because you're gonna be like, wow, I am really getting what I want out of life. This is power of prayer, wishes, hopes, dreams, okay? All the things you've been visualizing, you're seeing it manifest in your reality. Just getting feeling glad and happy, satisfied, like, wow, I'm really seeing evidence of it in my life. And because of that, you're feeling really good, grateful. Okay, this is 9 of Cups is also a card of gladness, gratitude. So April, that looks like a good month for you, Aries. April. So like right around, birthday time. I just heard like Aries go, my birthday better be good this year. Like, some Aries has had some bad birthday. We've all had it rough since, I don't know, 2012, or maybe some of them a few years before that. I know mine started like probably 2006 or 9. I know it was a 6 or a 9. I just can't remember. I think it was a 9. Maybe a 6. I don't know. But 2012, 2011, mid to late 2011 is really when it started for me. I was like praying to God, I just want to have a baby, and I conceived my son on 1/11. So yeah, 2012. Since then, so it's like, whoa. Like, how long did all of us go to school till like 12th grade? Most of us, or some college too. And then it's like what we've all learned in the last few years, though. It's felt like an immersion course, right? Where they just throw you into it, like a country where you don't speak the language and you just go learn, baby. And now we're coming out of it and we're like comparing it to where we were a few years ago. Like, I catch myself doing that sometimes, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that, I'm talking about angels and aliens, all this stuff. I never would have, you know what I mean? Like, awakening, it's a trip, Cardinal. Oh, look at that. It was on the top. Ace of Pentacles. Aries, I love that. This has been coming up a lot. Ace of Pentacles. That's what I'm saying. You have that seed, okay? But you need two things to, you need the sun and the water and the earth. But for it to germinate, you don't need the sun. What you need is water and earth. And that's what you need, Aries, okay? The balance that fire, because you're big fire, baby. You're the burst of the beginning of the year, okay? For in the Hebrew calendar, you're the first month, you're the first sign, just like in the zodiac, Aries, it's the first sign, ARIES, okay? So right around your birthday time, because that was the 9 of Cups. When that flipped out, you have Ace of Pentacles at the top and 2 of Cups on the bottom. I just have to squeal that out because I can't help it. 2 of Cups. 2 full cups. You bring a full cup, they bring a full cup. 100. 100. It's not 50-50 anymore. That's when we used to feel incomplete and we needed another 50 to... No, we're 100. We align with someone else's who is 100. That's just law, baby. That's just how it works. Natural and spiritual law. So we're aligning with our higher self, our spirit. Now is embodied in our temple, our body. And we're going to... Naturally, we will vibrate at a certain frequency, okay? And we align with that frequency. It's just... There's no doing, it's just being. It's being that frequency, okay? Tuning into that radio station perfectly, and then you get to hear the broadcast. And you don't hear any other radio station. You just hear that one, right? Even though there's other radio stations going on simultaneously, but you're tuned in to that one frequency, bam. So that's your reality. As long as you don't fiddle with the dial. Leave the damn dial alone. Maybe you want to break the knob off that thing. Right? You just find your frequency, the one you want, and bam, just now break the knob off, because you tie that knot, 2 of Cups. I mean, literally, 2 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. That's like, starting something tangible in love, in partnership with someone, because this is like emotional. This isn't 2 of Pentacles. And that's 9 of Cups. So something, maybe it's a person you were kind of unsure about, and you start getting a little mental over it with that 9 of Swords, because you like have all this passion, this fire building up, especially if you're male, right? Or, very I have a lot of masculine energy, so women like that can tend to have a high libido or whatever, so you can get pressure building up like how men get, But like I said, you won't be able to release it in February when you're feeling it until March, once it starts to take kind of a little bit of a mental hold on you. Because you're not going to be able to do what you used to do before. That's what I'm saying. That's why it turns into the 9 of Swords. But then you're going to see physical, tangible evidence that relieves that and puts your mind at ease. when I say it, physical, tangible evidence of the cooperation between people, between you and the earth. You're going to see, okay? Because you get what you want in April with that Nine of Cups. Was that Nine of Cups? Or was I shuffling and then I had... Because it was the Empress and the Moon, but I can't remember now. Well, you can rewind and see it. Now I can't remember if that was the top and bottom card when the Nine of Cups came out. And was I just shuffling and I just stopped right there? I just happened to stop at Two of Cups and Ace of Pentacles. I don't know. Either way, they were all meant for you. So January, February, March, April. Let's do May. Ooh, I think something good in May is coming up for you, Aries. Don't get scared now. Don't get married now. Just kidding. Get married now. For some of you, you're going to be getting married. Maybe you were like, that motherfucker didn't give me my ring, or whatever, you know, like that's what you start getting a little mental about. Like you're all fire and passion, and you're like, what? He said it. Well, like in my spirit, he was gonna like propose to me, or I could have sworn she was ready and she would say yes, and then some pressure builds up in your mind. But then you see it all fall into line and come into place, and you get what you want. Your prayers are answered. Oh my God, dreams come true. And she marries you. Or he marries you. Hierophant, that's like lock and stock and whatever. Yeah, Page of Pentacles on the bottom, 10 of Pentacles on the top. So it seems like it's going to be a nice, fresh, new beginning, very grounded, good for you. Okay. This also could be, if it has to do with money or something and not love, maybe it's like for business, a business thing for you, because it is the Knight of Pentacles starting off right away. Okay, and when the Hierophant came out, it got Page of Pentacles on the bottom, 10 of Pentacles on the top. So if it's not like abundance and love that is showing itself in a very physical, tangible, third dimensional, like you can touch it, feel it, taste it, you have evidence, this is the one there, the one that, you know, gives and receives with you on an equal level. Or it could be a combination of the two. It could be someone who emotionally I got this message for another sign too. I can't remember which one, but because there was Pentacles and it was like, you know, I think we're learning too that you can mix business with pleasure. Again, we're releasing all these old sayings that don't mix business with pleasure. Well, as long as we keep telling ourselves these things, oh, I have an autoimmune disease. Oh, well, then we're just going to keep vibrating the power of the word. So Aries needs to maybe, when you feel this pressure arising, write down some words to bring in some mental focus. So you don't feel bad emotionally. You want to feel good with this Nine of Cups and in the earth. And so maybe some mantras, you know, just whatever flows out, or you can look some up and whatever, but or pull a random verse from the Bible, so, you know, sometimes, and it's just something that you can go to that comforts you. Okay. It could be a Swahili word or so, whatever, it doesn't matter. But something maybe that you can like have tangible that connects your heart with your mind, okay? Mental an emotional connection. So these things are balanced, so one doesn't trigger you to, so your thought doesn't trigger you to get emotional, or if you have an emotional reaction to something, it starts affecting your thinking. So maybe like putting it up on the fridge where you can, somewhere where you're gonna see it all the time, just to kind of burn. It could be a symbol, okay? It could be a streak of red on white paper. It's just something that for you will represent something that it doesn't have to be a universal symbol for anything. You can create your own symbol or just use a color, a shape, or whatever, okay? And then you put the power into that symbol of, okay, every time I look at this, I'm going to remember to get in touch with my Empress aspect, okay? Whatever, however. Make it customized to you so you resonate, you super resonate with it. But literally you can just, you know, I'm shuffling like that a little bit because I'm pausing and talking a little bit, so I want to break up the energies. But yeah, Page of Pentacles still on the bottom. But you literally could just be like starting, because you have that Ace of Pentacles, you could just be starting a new life with someone. But that could also, you know, have a commitment in some kind of legal way, marriage, business contract, some, you know, stuff like that. Maybe you go back to school and you meet somebody. So let's see what we got for June. Back here so you can see the cards. There's that Ace of Pentacles on the bottom. And the Hermit, maybe a Virgo would balance you out, Aries. Maybe you're just being asked to go inside to double check before you, because Aries wants to get it started, right? So we're just, Aries is being asked to just do a double check. Just double check with your heart and your mind before you act, right? But we're at a new level now, so we can do that. We can be patient with ourselves and still feel that passion. Eight of Swords, Six of Pentacles. Yeah. It's like these feelings of abandonment are going to end. This is right after the Hierophant. Okay, so Eight of Swords, that's like the thoughts of, you know, past things that have made you feel some sort of way, like abandoned, left out, isolated, imprisoned, some kind of mental oppression in some way that has to do with isolation and feeling separate, alienated. But here's the Six of Pentacles, okay? Giving and receiving. You see how that little plant's growing down there with all the gold falling to it? Okay, so we want to be this and receive all this goodness from God, from the universe, from Gaia. So receiving, see how it's just being given to you abundantly, you're receiving, but it's kind of new for us. See how it's just like new little sprout. It's like it's new for us, so we you're like, do we have the skills to? But the thing is that the only skill you need to receive is to be open. We did all the skill building in the 1 year of the 2017. For 2018, it's being open. That's how we flow with the universe. Giving and receiving is by being open, okay? Not dammed up. But it's kind of new. We're like, should we trust it? It was, yeah. Because the other way never worked, and we trust that, being brainwashed by the old way of love hurts and all that. But no, love's so easy. Love's so... And people say, oh, if you fight, that means you really love each other. People who never fight, like, I question... No, all that stupid stuff's dead. Now, this is receiving. Giving and receiving. Being open is all you have to be. And this is the exact opposite. Eight of Swords. That's being closed off, locked away. Okay, shutting yourself off, being trapped in the mind. This is right after the Hierophant, so this is just saying, right? You got the Hierophant, you got the proof right here, right after the Nine of Cups, you got the Hierophant, and then you have Six of Pentacles and Eight of Swords. So you have evidence that you're being supported. So don't slip back into thinking that you're on your own. That energy is over. It's 2, giving and receiving. Six of Pentacles right there. Tangible, physical evidence, because it's 6 of Pentacles. And right after Hierophant, that Hierophant's like... It's like you need that ring or something. I don't know. I gotta stretch my leg out here. It's like you need that ring or something, and then you're gonna... Then finally you'll trust and be open. And But that's fine, because, you know, 2 also is tangible. So, because 2 creates and manifests and builds, and so it's okay to want tangible proof of someone's dedication to a project. Okay, they're in it just as much as you are, whether it's a marriage of resources or whatever it is. But you get that proof of what you wanted. You see it before you. You get that solid confirmation of just commitment, okay? Whether it's to you or this project, you get confirmation. So now, in June, you feel open. You feel like you can abandon the abandonment. Break the broken record of abandonment, because you have the Hierophant. So you have proof. So yeah, so in June you're feeling real solid about being open, because it's like you need this Hierophant first, and then you can be open. So you're really, in June, you're really in the flow of giving and receiving. So that's that good feminine energy, balancing out that fire. Okay. So let's see what we have for July. Oh, okay. Ooh, the High Priestess. Okay. That's what I'm saying, like, you just know you're in the flow, open, receive. So this is like now when you can do this and be open of the flow of giving and receiving, okay, as above, so below. So you're going to be receiving dreams, visions, psychic insight, okay, but having this in your tangible physical world with that Hierophant and the Six of Pentacles, getting what you want with that Nine of Cups. Now it's that higher, it's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Now you're moving up. Now you're into the psychic abilities and the dreams and stuff flowing in, because that's what happens when you're in that flow, because it's feminine, it's water, it's the flow, it's the, you know, the emissions of the earth, her energy. So you'll be in communication with the cosmos, with the Divine Mother, with the cosmic womb, with the earth, with the all, the one, the cosmic collective. That's High Priestess. And that's a 2, so that's good. That's Major Arcana. So, yeah, you can get some good dreams and stuff for me, I get a lot of dreams. So, yeah, Ten of Swords on the bottom, Page of Wands on the top. So yeah, you can drop the worry. Ten of Swords, that's over. Because remember, you have the Eight of Swords right here with the Page of Pentacles for June, but then July you have the High Priestess, and when she flew out, Ten of Swords was on the bottom, so it goes from 8 to 10, bam. There is no abandonment, there's only being open, giving, and receiving, and supported by the universe, natural, spiritual laws, above, so below, and you're in the feminine flow, don't you know? Row, row, row your boat. You're going to be getting downloads. What was on the top? Oh yeah, Page of Wands on the top. So it's like new beginning for you. So it's like you're calming the fire down a little bit. It's Page of Wands. You can still be wands and fire, but you're more fun with it, okay? It's more fun. It's more honed in, specific, okay? And messages coming in, okay? So Page could represent messages, and Wands, fire, electric, okay? So I'm saying High Priestess. All right. So July. So insight coming in. It's going to be refreshing too. And any, mental stuff is going to be done, because your mental has to be open for these activations, dreams, downloads, whatever coming in, okay? So that's why you got Ten of Swords and you got Page of Wands. So so the fire is going to be more focused and honed with messages. So this is what your mind's going to be occupied with that. That's July. Okay. So August. Too many. Okay. Knight of Cups. Okay, so again, there is some balance. There's the Knight, which is fire, but it's cups. That's what I was saying. Like either Knight of Pentacles, which you had in January. Now in August, you have Knight of Cups. So, okay, very balanced. You still got the fire in there, right? But it's you got to balance it out with earth and water, just like I said. So there's the Knight of Cups balancing out that fire with the water. So January, it's balancing it out with earth. Now it's the water, and this is right after the High Priestess. So keep that fire balanced with the intuitive, watery, feminine flow, being open, giving and receiving. Okay. Yeah, because Seven of Wands, Two of Cups. Because you might think that these are opposing, fire and water, but no, they balance each other out. And, this is like love. We have to fight to be in love. Seven of Wands, always constantly defending ourselves. No, this new love is partnership. It's not constantly having to explain ourselves, stand up for ourselves. This is someone who you stand up for. They stand up for you. They support you when you stand up for yourself. You support them when they stand up for themselves. Okay, this is what's happening. So no Seven of Wands and Two of Cups. Because this is what flipped out, was the Knight of Cups. Okay, so that's balancing those. Okay, so here's Two of Cups up on the top. Did this already come out, Two of Cups? And then, Seven of Wands on the bottom. Battling, throat chakra, always having to defend yourself and, you know, so we're releasing having to be so opinionated, and love is just easy, okay? When we want to get into debate and this back and forth, that's that polarized, you know, oppositional conditioning that we're coming out of. We're raising above that and seeing the bigger picture, and we're realizing that it was a lie, that it's just a tactic, you know, a way to keep people distracted and in strife and against each other instead of coming together. Because when we all come together, we're such a powerful force. We're going to take over the world. Love's going to take over the world. So the ones who don't love, they don't like that. Knight of Cups right after the High Priestess. So July and August. Feeling really good, balancing your energies. But still moving forward. That Knight, fire, still driving it all, okay? Because you're Aries, but you're using it in beneficial ways. We're not clearing the rubbish out and using our energies for that. We did that for the 1 year, for 2017. Now it's building. All these skills that we've gained all these tools and skills and remembering, and now we're putting those skills to use. We're building now. So we already did the work of going to all the classes and learning the, you know, now it's time to swing that hammer around. So September, what do we have for Aries? Excuse me, Aries for September. Oh. Page of Swords. Yeah, so you're going to have a new way of thinking. And this is very much, I see it as the Gemini card. This is the Watcher, the Watchman's card. The, you know, Gemini is very discerning what hurts and what helps. They know which, you know. So this is some information that you can, you know, do good with or do bad with. But, you know, the 2 vibration of 2018 will only support good. That's why we had to do so much clearing in the 1 year, clearing of being an obstacle to ourselves. Being our own impediment. So maybe this new way of thinking is trusting your intuition, trusting that you can balance out your energies, trusting that you can tap into your water when you want to. You can tap into the earth element of you if you want to. You can get free natal charts online and you can see where you have earth aspects in different houses and whatnot. And it explains everything. But most of you all know that, but you should have your chart though. Just a good way to understand yourself more. So understanding the body, yourself, things about your childhood, all that stuff. Right now we're implementing that in our new way of thinking. Open, balance, giving, receiving. So the dreams are coming in, ideas to help keep us, you know, maintain this balance. The Knight of Cups, the fire and the water. So that's going to give us this self-assured kind of like confidence of just how powerful we are with our mind. Yeah, it's a big wielding sword like the Page of Wands. It's this little page and he's got this big giant sword because it's new. But it's like I said, it's like they did all the class work. Now they're out in the field with the sword, swinging it around, getting a feel for it, okay? And you're like liking it. You're like, wow, I can do that. Like, whoa. It's kind of almost magical, but you did the work to get there, right? And a lot of it had to do with clearing. There's the Tower card again. A lot of it had to do with clearing all the old templates of the old stories, old sad stories, timelines, just like, you know, conversations that just have to do with what's ailing us, all the lower vibrational stuff, it's out. King of Pentacles. This is big fire, with Earth, because it's the king, but it's pentacles. So really ground that fire into the earth. See the lightning striking? It's like striking the tree. So it's like you got to be the... Aries is a big energy, but be more like a tree with that big energy. And really, because you can really ground in a lot of energy. Aries is so much just light code information, right? Electric, fire, light. That's what it is information. So you can be really doing a lot with that High Priestess card. If you be more like a tree, you know, like a, one of the like lightning rods, you know, and anchoring that energy, okay? And you're a cardinal sign, okay? So it's almost like you kind of have a responsibility energetically. That's what you're mapped out to do. King of Pentacles, Tower, yeah. Yeah, so September, Page of Swords. Maybe some meditation time. Really a lot of downloads and stuff's going to be coming in to help you maintain your energies, to help you keep expanding this, being more and more open with the giving and receiving energy, because you're going to see Aries, you know, they don't really, I guess it wouldn't really be considered like a very psychic sign, but like I said, the electricity, that Tower card, the King of Pentacles, you're really anchoring in a lot of that cosmic information into the earth, okay? Grid point, crystalline, light worker, however you want to identify yourself, but as a cardinal sign, as the first sign, the head, I mean... Okay, it's a big role, big shoes to fill. It's a leadership, cardinal, strong warrior. Okay, you're strong, you can take it, you can anchor all that. But in order to do that, really utilize your fire for that, for what you got to come out of it a little bit, be more earth, okay? And as you do that, you'll feel more balanced out, the earth and the water. And then you can anchor a lot of that fire. See, it's going to be more focused, okay? It's going to be more conscious what you're doing with your fire. Like magical magician, like you'll be able to really the honing of the skills. So getting out of the comfort zone into the other, to perfect and master those aspects of self that we're not used to exploring as much. And then by doing that and everything being strong in and of itself and the whole, now we can go back more into our natural element, and for you would be fire, okay? But we're asked to come out of our comfort zone, balance other things out first, so that when we go back into our more natural element, we're channeling that energy properly, okay, because it's coming from a place of balance. So Ten of Swords. So any doubt that you had with that Knave of Pentacles, because it's a big sword wielding it around, and you're like, am I going to be able to make, this is like, sometimes it's like, whew, with psychic stuff, and it could be more watery, so you're like, I'm not sure. Maybe a little bit of doubt might creep in with that Knave of Swords. But it's going to be extinguished quickly right after. Okay? If not kind of overlapping back and forth during those 2 months. September and October. So September, see, when you feel good for too long, you might start going like, is this too good to be true? But that any little inkling of doubt is going to be squashed immediately. Okay, or it's going to be over the oscillating back and forth between knowing and doubt. So October. So going into November, we're going to feel balanced again. Because look at two of Pentacles on the bottom. Two of Cups on top. So maybe when you're out of your fire, maybe you're like, can I still be balanced? Yeah, because you can balance out water with earth. You can balance out air with water. Okay, so you have everyone has everything that they can tap into. And whether it's in your chart or not, it's in the Akasha, it's in the cosmic, you can, in the cosmos, so you can tap into it. Two of Pentacles, Two of Cups, good, balance. So Ten of Swords, whatever little inkling of doubt or oscillating between doubt and knowing over in October. Over in October. In October, Octo, that means 8, even though it's the 10th month, and that's very balanced, heart-centered, okay. And that was Two of Cups and Two of Pentacles, so November, Aries, what do we got? What do you have for us, team, for Aries for November? So you can see the cards here. Sorry guys, there we go. I want you to see Owly, but I want you to see the... That's I said Owly, wow, I haven't thought of that in a while. That made me think of Towley from South Park. Towley? Oh my. Are you kidding me? I've never said Owly before either, so to say that I was like, whoa. Okay, November for Aries. Aries, November energies. Can I get a card for Aries for November, please? Aries energies. Card for November, please. It'll come when it's ready. When the student is ready, the master will appear. Oh. Five of Pentacles, but then we have Page of Wands, Ten of Cups, Queen of Cups, Two of Swords. So you just need to decide to participate in your truth or participate in the distortion. See, like I said, when you come out like Pisces, bam, right off the bat, you're balanced, you're ready for this, ready to get this started. So the ones that are a little bit more eager or a little bit more ready, just energetically they're feeling that, they're knowing that these are the thoughts and feelings that they are having. It's not that you're not ready. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying because energies have to balance themselves out. So you and Pisces both were like boom right off the bat in January, whereas other people had to kind of boom right off the bat in January, get rid of something in order, and then the rest was real good. There might have been a month halfway through where there's a little bit of doubt, and then, but the ones that were good right off the bat, there was maybe more. There was a couple times where they had to remember to go with the flow and sift through a little bit of doubt that might trickle in. So it might trickle in a couple times for ones that are roaring to go in the beginning of the year. But the ones that have to really make sure they're getting that Tower card energy, utilizing that to remove what last remnants that they need to remove okay, those people will only have like one little bump in the road. Because just like I said, it's balancing, right? So if you're good to go, you're going to have a couple bumps in the road. And they have a bump in the road in the beginning to get everything good, and they only have like one little blip. And it's a 2-year, so that makes sense. There's going to be a couple times throughout the year where it's just a check, okay? It's just making sure you're checking in with your mind and your heart and with your head, your mind, and your brain. I was thinking of Nacho Libre yesterday. I was thinking of, let's trick baptize people like Nacho. Like, you know, I only believe in science. Why? I don't know, I just thought that maybe you'd want to be baptized. So Page of Wands, Queen of Cups. Yeah, so you're going to have to bring in more water and keep the fire focused and tame, okay? And because it's Queen of Cups, it's watery water, okay? And just a little bit of fire, okay? Because that's what's getting you stuck in your head again. But it's a band, 10 of Swords, right? So we've built skills of self-mastery this year in that one vibration. So we know what to do when these, when fear comes in or what doubt, whatever, the old us get triggered, and this is how we did it in the past. Now we can be more of a witness, see it from a higher perspective, see it for what it is, transmute it, whatever, move through it more quickly. The quickening, we're just, okay, we got the skills, so we're out in the field now, we're not in the classroom, we're putting our skills to the test. Proving to ourselves if we've really learned this, okay? And we have. There's proof, evidence. But I think you're being asked to bring a lot more of that feminine energy in, Aries, because you got that fire, a lot of masculine, and, you know, Mars, Aries and Mars, so it's very, like, fight or flight. But nope, you can't run away. You just gonna have to, we're all being asked to manage our energies and stay balanced, so, all right. Did I say November and a November card came out? Or what happened? Was that the tennis? That's for October. I don't know what happened, but it's all divinely guided, so. Oh, too many, but look at there. Lovers is right on the top. 6 of Wands, the Fool. Ooh! That's loving yourself, too. You're like, oh, footloose and fancy free. Somebody I love who's loving me. That's a little something for you, Aries. You can have that. So November. Come on, give us that Lovers card again. I didn't even look. There was like 5 cards. If there's like 2 or 3, I'll take it. But if there's more than 3, it's like, okay. You guys. Okay, the Lovers, again, is right there. Okay, that was way too many cards. You guys, just give me one, please, team. One, I don't know, 3 or less for November for Aries. I don't know if we're getting a little long here, but we're good. Hour and a half, between an hour and a half. It was a full reading, so, and this, you know, this is for the whole year, but, you know, I do, just a full reading for a specific person would be like an hour to hour and a half, but, okay. Oh, we ended with Judgment and Temperance. Temperance, Balance, Judgment, Healing, Archangel Gabriel. Okay, 7 of Pentacles. Did I say that I saw that earlier? Ripe for the picking. Okay, so November, something's ripe for the picking. Very healing, balanced. And those are major arcana, judgment and temperance. Well, I know coming out of illness myself and feeling more balanced, you want to start giving back. You've grown to the point where now you can be that juicy fruit and give back, plant seeds. Okay, so maybe that's, let's see what for December. Maybe you're being asked to be direct your energies towards energy work, energy healing. Because I already got that when that Seven of Pentacles was like a top or bottom card. So let's see, December. What do we have for Aries for December? What's right for the picking? It could be business because right off the bat in January it's the Knight of Pentacles. And we did have the King of Pentacles with that Tower cards, like anchoring. Maybe you're going to be getting information from source, from your dreams, from what, you know, intuition, the lull of the lizard medicine, the daydream. And you're going to arrive at a business venture. It's going to have to do with all the like work that you did of healing yourself and balancing your energies. Or it could just be giving back in some way that you receive too. So maybe you just feel good and it keeps your vibration high by serving the Most High and giving back and getting outside yourself after doing all this work. So you may not be getting like paid for it, but you know, spiritual dollars, you know, which building that heavenly Bitcoin, building the Bitcoin for heaven. I don't like any kind of monetary system, but because, yeah. King of Wands. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Now, there you are. Okay? Because you resisted the temptation to go back into your old ways. This good giving, receiving, all this good stuff. And then, bam, Seven of Pentacles. It's right for the picking. It could be someone coming in, okay, that really matches your fire, like fire. But you'll be able to handle that now because you did all this processing of coming back to trusting self, which helps you to trust others. So it may be someone with a lot of passion, but you'll be able to handle it now and balance. Okay, when they're more in their fire, you'll be more in your water, and vice versa. That, like that Three of Pentacles card that kept coming out, yeah, for March right there. So this could be that person that, you know, Nine of Cups that you wanted, Temperance or Hierophant, that commitment, okay, and then giving and receiving, Six of Pentacles. So for December, this is you feeling you really aligned with fiery fire, and then you're going to be calling in some fiery fire, I think. And it's back to you. Yeah, that third energy for the next year in 2019 is just really going to just expand and fractalize the shit out of shit. Because it's like you went full, it's like you were a good little Aries. Bam, you get to be you again. Right? Because God's like, I know I can't hold that fire back, but I want you to do this. Yes, good grasshopper. And bam, you get rewarded with all your fire back. You get all... Yeah. So, that's good. I like that for you, Aries. You're like, oh, it's like a big reward at the end, right? You get all your fire back in November. It's all ripe again for the picking. That's your reward, okay? Because you channeled it properly, stayed balanced, let your higher self guides you, the Holy Spirit, the Earth Force, cosmic directives. Oh, good grasshopper. You took directions well, where, you know, Aries wants to be, they're a cardinal sign. I'm Capricorn. I'm the same way. I get it. You're like, no one's leading this shit. Like, really? I gotta be the one to, like, yeah, you do. That's why you're born Aries. Starting off the whole year, you're the head, you're fire, you're cardinal sign, you're, okay, so, yeah, you do have to be the one. It is you. Sorry, but, you know, you're not sorry because you're, like, you're embodying it now. You're really embracing it. Whereas you kind of had to put it aside and maybe you even judged it because you had to remove yourself so far from it and polarize, but that's what we did. We had to polarize out of the matrix, detached from codependent relationships, all these toxic relationships, things, you know, jobs, whatever, food, all that, thinking, feeling, all toxic ways of doing everything. So then we polarize the complete opposite way, solitude, 1 year, everything, right? And then it's like, oh, now we can come back to the center where we find ourselves again, but it's the true you with none of the distortions, okay, none of the polarized stuff. That's why we had to go bam, bam, polarize to clear out everything, clear out all the junk, so then when we got back to center, we could just stay there. We didn't have to keep going back and forth to clear stuff out. One big swoop. Burn up all the poop. And you're just left with you. You soup. That's good, full circle for you. So, and that's kind of how it all, like, so far for everyone else too, it like culminated like right at the end, right in the nick of time. But it's like God's given us all this and the universe is supporting all this, but it's not just going to be handed at the two energy is the process of the two is happening throughout the whole year. So it's not like two. So it's the process of the two. So this is kind of the energy, the flow of this two energy that I'm seeing with everyone so far. Yeah, like I was saying, and then it like all just like seals up right at the end, seals the deal, full circle, all culminates to like just a big fat cake waiting for you somewhere in a room, and someone like opens the door to a room and it's just like all set up for you and you're like, what? And it's not like, oh, I'm like, I didn't get my hair done, I didn't. No, like you had a guy that was just like, we're gonna get your hair done, we're gonna go just, okay, this is just like metaphorically, but you've had guides to help prepare you for this moment. So it wasn't like you weren't prepared for it and you didn't have a nice outfit on and you didn't have the right shoes on and you didn't have the right earrings and or if you're a man, you wanted to make sure you didn't, you know, you lost that little spare tire around the gut. You're like, oh, I'm not in shape yet. I want a little bit more of a whatever, or a little less of something. So this is not a surprise. You expect these good things, okay? It's like right at the end of the year, bam, for like everyone so far. November, ready, right for the picking, and then bam. But you're prepared for it. But it's still going to be kind of like stunner. Like it's a stunner. It's going to be a stunner. But it's kind of like you're stunned, but it's like, oh, I kind of knew it all along. Oh, I knew this moment. I knew this day would come. I knew this moment would come. But all this is so that it is glorious and surprising and whimsical and fun and magical and all that. Okay? It's not like coming in like, oh, yeah, I knew that. I was expecting that. It's like you kind of are, but only deep down inside, and you're still like a little bit, I don't know. But then it's like, bam, I knew it. I knew it. Okay? And you have High Priestess right there, so you knew it way over there. Whew! All right, Aries. There's your 2018 preview for the year. I love you all. Peace and blessings.